like the way people looked at us. Father said, everything happens for a reason, but I don't think he really believed that. Our father started wrestling with his faith. He ended up winning.
Hi.
Hi.
Start
Start video.
Start video.
We did it.
Oh, you're.
Oh, start for live time. Hold on.
We're sorry.
There you go.
It still is taking us a minute to get used to the live video. We're turning down our break. Okay, that's better.
Is it Stephen?
We're filming. Yay!
We make films.
You do?
How are you?
What's going on?
I'm doing good. Jeff in Vegas. Where are you guys at?
We're in Nashville.
Nashville.
Nashville. On my bucket list. Never been there.
Oh my God.
you
You
got-
should come visit.
I haven't been to Vegas either, so we can just
Okay.
swap.
I'll
But
come visit you in
Yeah.
Nashville. You come visit me in Vegas then.
I love Las Vegas. I just have to tell you.
Oh, thank you. I'm a native, so it means a lot. Thank you.
Oh my God, I love it. I took a trip cross country. Well, not cross country, kind of mid. I went from New Orleans to drop off a friend's car that she had just bought. I went from New Orleans to Los Angeles and just stayed in Vegas for like a week and just loved it.
Well, thank you. Well, I'm glad you came. Come back soon. We need you.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about Fishbowl. Takes place in the town of Bishop, and it's called Fishbowl because everyone can see everything, and they talk about everyone and anything. Did you guys have an experience growing up in a small town?
I would say so.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's a little exaggerated. Oh, sorry. Little exaggerated, but for the most part, yes. Especially within our school, I feel like everyone knew
Everyone
everything.
knows everything. I also just feel like as a youth, you feel that anyways, regardless if it's true, if people are actually talking about you, you kind of just feel like everyone knows your business. Everything's embarrassing. Everything feels so much bigger than it really probably is in reality. So.
And the characters, the Simon sisters, are suffering the loss of their mother gone missing, and their father is convinced the rapture is near. So, puberty and Christianity, they don't blend well together, because I come from a Protestant background, so I know they don't mix very well. So you kind of have that in the forefront of your film.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we do.
Sorry, that was amazing.
Yeah.
It's interesting. So our mother is Jewish and our father's Greek Orthodox, which is like, Orthodox is pretty strict. It's kind of closer to Catholicism, but it was very confusing growing up to kind of understand like which one we were supposed to like go with, how we were supposed to feel. So we just felt like it was really important to kind of talk about that, especially being a teenage girl and just like dealing with your individuality and your sexuality and your identity. I feel like it's not talked about enough. So we found it really interesting to like tell a story about these three girls that were figuring things out with this like pressure kind of above them. And also.
Yeah, I mean, I think we didn't go to shul or church religiously, just maybe on the bigger holidays. However, like I feel, and maybe this was subconsciously, but if you chose the wrong one and you did everything right and you're a good person, but if you chose the wrong ones, you still go to heaven. And I think that kind of revealed itself later in life to both of us. And I think we chose to explore that kind of within this film.
Well, casting the Simon sisters, what were you looking for in your actors?
I think we were looking for girls that felt familial, but could also really stand on their own and be really interesting characters. I love how each of them are so different, but they really had a beautiful chemistry together and they really became quite close, which was really cool to see. But like specifically Jessa, the character who's mute, just finding someone that's really evocative and like plays with the scene in such an interesting way while she really doesn't have lines in the movie. So it was really
said through her expressions and her little tablet. That's challenging for an actress that doesn't speak the entire movie.
Yeah, and I remember actually for casting with Jessa, played by Caroline, who killed it. Her audition and her tape was with dialogue for, I think, Rachel, for one of the other sisters. And I think we both were like, what if like she just didn't talk?
Yeah.
Like how sad would that be? Like, because her face is just pure innocence. So it's like, what if you just like, what happens with that contrast? And we
you had to pull her aside and go, look, I know you don't have any words in this movie, but it's gonna work. Trust me. I know you're an actor. Yeah. She's like, is this a silent film? No.
You're gonna be great at not speaking.
I got the part. Mom, Dad. Well, great. What do you say? Nothing.
Yeah, that was remember lines. Like that was really funny because Belle and Rachel especially, like Emily, who was played by Emily Peachy, had so many lines.
Wow.
And sorry, we lost you there for a sec. And then it was just the complete opposite for Caroline, who played Jessa. But then there were certain things that maybe were physical, like that scene with her and her father when she gets in trouble. That's just like painful to watch because she's so expressive and her little hand is tired.
Yeah.
So.
Well, while watching the film, the costumes and the lighting, the color scheme, it feels like we were daydreaming through a lot of the movie.
Ooh.
Hey,
very cool. Thank you. Yeah. Color palette, styling, costume design. That's really important to Stephen and I. We really want people to feel like they're in a different place. And I think storytelling is so fascinating when it's not just from dialogue. And we really grew up appreciating artists that would show and not tell. So I think that's why for us and all of our projects, color palette has just been really important.
I love the school you shot the movie into. Where did you find that, and how did you get permission? And it looks really authentic.
Yeah, so it's actually our father's school that he went to, Mount St. Joe. So every location, since we filmed in our hometown, every location has some sort of tie or meaning to us or within the family and or crew. So that was our father's school. I think we even went to go look at his photo. And
his photo was there.
Yeah, so and the alumni thing. And
you had your premiere too. You had your premiere back in your hometown, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you guys were king of the hill for that one night, huh?
Yeah, so that was pretty fun filming in his school, and it just looked perfect. And it was pretty strict too. So you already felt the vibe because he has a story of where he was talking and then cheating on a test, and behind him, two nuns came up and knocked him and his friend,
cheating friend,
heads together. So really, really set the tone.
Mm-hmm.
So how do siblings make a movie together? Were there many arguments? Was there, you divvy up the responsibilities? How does that teamwork work? I mean, I have an older sister and brother. I couldn't imagine making a movie with them.
Yeah, we're best friends. I love her to death. We both have our strengths. I think we play on that. Also, we communicate really well. I mean, we have arguments just like any brother and sister, but when it comes to work, I think we're so locked in on the same wavelength that there's not really. I think we only had one argument.
Maybe two.
Maybe two.
You guys have different strengths though? Like you stronger with writing or directing or editing or what? Who has the best skills for what's called for?
Okay, well, he's an incredible writer, along with our writer Piero, who's amazing and super talented. He is also the editor, and we had also a great editing team kind of came in at the end as well. But yeah, so Stephen is the writer, the editor, and he's kind of really the one who's going over the intentions with the actors, and I'm more focused on maybe the costume design, the art direction, the lighting, and then we kind of come together for some camera stuff and composition. But we definitely dabble in each other's fields. But Steven's probably in there and talking to the actors, and I'm kind of that monitor, overseeing everything and then making a note. So it really works for us because it helps with communication to different departments and different people.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the film. I enjoyed it immensely. It's a great thriller. I raised my piggy bank for both of you.
Thank you. That's so sweet.
kind of
Thanks,
empty
Jeff.
right now, but we'll fill it up.
COVID will do that.
Do that.
Well, thank you both for talking to me today, and come visit us in Las Vegas when you have a chance, and I'll come to Nashville.
Thank you so much, Jeff.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank
Good.
you.